The wine glass shattered against the marble floor like a gunshot, crimson liquid splattering across my cheap thrift store dress, soaking into the fabric like blood from a fresh wound. I froze, my hands trembling as the room fell silent, the clink of silverware dying mid-air. His mother's eyes, cold, appraising like polished emeralds, locked onto mine, her lips curling into a smile that didn't reach them. "Oh, darling," she cooed, her voice dripping with false sympathy. "You poor thing. Accidents happen to the best of us. Or, well, to some of us." The laughter that followed from the table, his father's deep chuckle, his sister's stifled giggle, hit me like a slap, raw and humiliating. But it was his silence, my boyfriend Ethan's, that gutted me. He just sat there, avoiding my gaze, his fingers drumming on the linen napkin as if this was all some minor inconvenience. I had orchestrated this moment, or at least the setup. For months I'd played the part, the wide-eyed girl from the wrong side of town, scraping by on waitressing tips, naive to their world of private jets and summer homes in the Hamptons. It started as a test. Ethan had swept into my life at a coffee shop, all charm and promises, but whispers from friends warned me about his family's elitism. So I hid my truth. The trust fund from my late parents, the penthouse I rarely mentioned, the Ivy League degree tucked away like a secret weapon. Tonight, at this opulent dinner in their sprawling estate, with crystal chandeliers casting judgmental shadows and the air thick with the scent of roasted lamb and entitlement, I let the mask slip just enough. Spilling the wine was deliberate, a probe into their souls. And oh, how they revealed themselves. As the maid rushed in with a towel, his mother, Vivian, leaned forward, her diamond necklace glinting like teeth. "Ethan tells us you're from..." Where was it? Some quaint little suburb. How charming. Must be a culture shock, all this. Her words sliced, laced with pity that masked contempt. I mumbled an apology, my voice small, feeling the heat of resentment coil in my chest like a serpent awakening. Inside, fury boiled. How dare she assume? But I played along, dabbing at the stain with shaking hands, my mind racing through denial. This couldn't be real. Ethan loved me, didn't he? We'd shared dreams under starry skies, his whispers of forever. Yet here he was, chuckling now, joining the chorus. "Babe, it's fine. Mom's just teasing." Teasing felt like dissection. The conversation shifted, but the undercurrent pulled me under. His father, Reginald, boomed about investments, eyeing me like a faulty stock. "What do you do again, dear?" "Service industry. Admirable, really. Builds character." His sister, Lila, smirked over her fork. "Yeah, Ethan needs someone grounded. Keeps him from getting too spoiled." The words hung, pregnant with implication. I excused myself to the bathroom, the hallway's Persian rugs muffling my footsteps, but my heart thundered. Splashing water on my face, I stared at my reflection, eyes wide with feigned innocence, but beneath a storm brewed. Heartbreak clawed at me. Was this what he saw? A novelty? A way to rebel? Overhearing them from the cracked door sealed it. Vivian's voice, low and venomous. "Ethan, she's sweet, but really? With our name. We've set you up with Amelia. Old money, perfect match. End this charade soon." His reply. A hesitant laugh. "I know, Mom. It's just fun for now." Fun. The word echoed, shattering my illusions. Humiliation burned, resentment festering like an open sore. I slipped back to the table, smiling through the ache, but inside, obsession took root. They thought me weak, disposable. Doubt flickered. Maybe I deserved this for lying, but no. This was betrayal, pure and cutting. As dessert arrived, silky chocolate mousse that tasted like ash, I began to plan. Quietly, strategically. They had no idea who they were dealing with. Back in my hidden penthouse that night, the city lights blurred through rain-streaked windows, mirroring the tears I finally allowed. I paced the hardwood floors, the cool air conditioner humming like a conspirator. Heartbreak twisted into cold resolve, guilt nipping at its heels. Had my deception invited this? But no, their cruelty was their own. I replayed Ethan's words. Just fun. Resentment surged, hot and unyielding, fueling fantasies of justice. What if I exposed them? Ruined their pristine facade. Doubt crept in. Revenge could consume me, turn me into the monster I despised. Yet the moral conflict gnawed. They deserved it, didn't they? For dismissing me like trash. The next weeks were a slow burn, tension coiling like a spring. I maintained the act, meeting Ethan for dates. His kisses now tasting of deceit. "Everything okay, babe?" he'd ask, his hand on mine feeling like a shackle. "Of course," I'd reply, voice sweet, suppressing the rage bubbling beneath. Internally I plotted, digging into their finances through discreet contacts. My family's old network, untouched until now. Reginald's firm teetered on shady deals. Vivian's charity was a tax dodge. Lila. Partying on embezzled funds. Obsession gripped me. I slept little, poring over documents in the dim glow of my laptop, fear whispering warnings. What if I got caught? But the pull was stronger. Subtle hints emerged. At a casual lunch with Ethan, I accidentally mentioned a fictional debt, watching his discomfort. "Maybe I should meet Amelia," I teased lightly. His flinch confirming everything. "Who told you?" "Never mind." His evasion heightened the suspense, my heart pounding with suppressed triumph. Guilt surfaced in quiet moments. Ethan wasn't evil, just weak, molded by his family. Yet resentment won, they'd all pay. The climax built at their annual gala, a glittering affair in a ballroom dripping with opulence. Chandeliers like frozen fireworks, the air perfumed with orchids and champagne. I arrived in my best dress, naive smile plastered on. Vivian greeted me with air kisses, her eyes scanning for better company. "So glad you could make it, dear. Try the caviar, it's divine." Her condescension fueled my fire. As the night wore on, speeches droned, but I waited for my moment. During Reginald's toast I stood, wine glass in hand, echoing that fateful spill. "I'd like to add something," I said, voice steady despite the inner storm. The room hushed, eyes on the poor girl. "I've enjoyed playing this role, naive, broke, unworthy." Gasps rippled. Ethan's face paled. "But truth is I'm not. My family, wealthier than yours. And I've uncovered your secrets. The fraud, the affairs, the lies." I revealed documents on my phone, projected via a hacked screen, courtesy of a favor called in. Chaos erupted. Whispers turning to shouts, investors fleeing. Vivian's scream pierced the air. "You little bitch." Ethan's plea. "Wait, I love you." But his betrayal echoed too loudly. In the aftermath, as police sirens wailed outside, guilt crashed over me. Had I gone too far? Yet the poetic justice tasted sweet, their empire crumbling. The twist. Ethan confessed later, tears streaming. "I was ending it with them for you." But it was too late. My revenge, born of heartbreak, had consumed us all. Obsession's price. A hollow victory, resentment's echo fading into lonely silence.